Alright. Good day, and welcome back to another stream of Assassin's Creed Origins with our 100% Nightmare difficulty playthrough. And yeah, bit of a surprise stream. I thought yesterday would be my last one before vacation, but yeah, we already have everything prepped pretty much, so I had a bit of time this afternoon. And yeah, was in the mood to do some exploration in Memphis, check out some of the quests there, and also do some of the discovery tours in the city. So we're gonna continue with also the next target, the lizard, and the investigations surrounding the target. Also, hey there, Schiller, welcome in, ahoy. Yeah, it's going pretty good, having a nice day so far. Got everything packed for the journey tomorrow. How's it going for you? Also, hey there, Aya, welcome in. We thought you wouldn't see me in a while. Happy to see you. Cheers, I appreciate it, Aya. And yeah, thought so too, but had a bit of time this afternoon. And yeah, figured we could do a bit more progress with Memphis. Check out the capital of ancient Egypt. Or at least one of the major capitals. And yeah, we're currently at level 28 with about 20 hours of playtime. But yeah, I hope everyone is having a nice weekend so far. Okay, so the next quest according to the quest order will be Taimhotep's Song. It's a continuation of the Seer quest, the one we did last time with the dream sequence. And the wife of a high priest of Memphis here, but basically miscarried multiple times because of the poisoning that has affected the city as a result of the Order of the Ancients' involvement in trying to manipulate the structures of the city so they can take over. Yeah, we're gonna check out how Taimhotep is doing here. I also want to go ahead and change my loadout a little bit. Should definitely go ahead and sell some items sooner, maybe buy a couple of hacker chests.
Ujenu nete chemsuya Rujkaek Kheretivi Senemene Kautibe Bekau Kherepi Emeruat Inexet Kheretibes Tichau Nejemek Eses Renef Enheper.
Why do you weep? Your curse is lifted.
You have lost a child, so you should understand that a mother's fear never ends.
Nor does a father's rage.
Fear and rage are fair replies to life's fragility. Please, leave me to my tears.
Neb, if you will follow me, we must give her privacy.
Is there anything I can do to ease her?
She has found a ritual protection in an ancient scroll. Only a few ingredients remain to be...
I'll find them.
Wait, Neb. An impatient soul is a troubled one. My lady needs parts from fresh-killed sacred birds. And would you kindly bring a fertility talisman in blue faience? There is a shop south of the temple basin where such items may be found.
I will meet you on the road to the pyramids afterwards.
May you prosper.
My child!
I will get the ritual item first, and then hunt down the birds. An abandoned tomb. The maidservant said there was a shop here. Strange place for a shop.
Ah, Neb, welcome to my humble shop. A Magi? How surprising. Seeking magical runes? Statuettes of... I have not seen your kind in some time, Magi.
We are a rare breed. As are merchants who set up shop in a tomb.
My customers appreciate privacy.
They do not seem to appreciate variety.
My customers know I can provide what they seek.
I hope you can do the same for me. May I have a look around?
But of course, I'll leave you to browse. Excuse me, but I have some business to attend to. I'll be back soon.
Not suspicious at all. Shop in a tomb. Someone who doesn't have any customers and goes away as soon as a customer comes. Being surprised if there's a major checking off a shop. I'm sure all of this is very legit business. Ava, Mr. Goody, welcome in.
Nothing of value in this room. Why would the merchant sell such cheap goods here? She is hiding something. And in the second chamber lie the worldly goods of Horapolo and Shesh, to protect them and provide them sustenance. The message is incomplete. I wonder what the rest of it says.
I like how Bargish is standing there, very static looking.
The merchant did not want me to see this part of the shop. These goods must be stolen. A fertility talisman. Taimhotep will be pleased.
You have browsed long enough, Medjay.
Yeah, I think I browsed long enough. Thank you for reminding me. So we already have the flamingo tongues, but we still need the heron feathers. Let's have a look around.
Trash.
High position geref.
Crocodiles only kill flamingos, but no herons. It seems.
one greet you. The Lord of the Duat awaits.
The Lord of Duat awaits. Lord of Odor waits for these guys, yeah?
High position gerecht.
But I can't shoot the birds. Shit, sorry for late response. You could just doing some stuff on the side. No worries whatsoever,
Take
Schiller.
feathers for Taimhotep's ritual. That is all the items. Now to meet Taimhotep on the road to the pyramids.
But yeah, glad to hear you're doing good.
I should not be seen in this area.
Should not have come here. Bastard.
We're innocent.
Yeah, for this one you have to have a very good brief meter. Basically, to survive going for the treasure and get out of there again. I'm pretty sure you actually have to have the breath-holding champion. What you can do alternatively is just collect the treasure and then teleport yourself out of there. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this one later. Invisible wall. Okay.
Army God, sir. I must be careful. I found what you need, Taimhotep.
The seer spoke truth when he named you Deliverer. My ritual must be performed in the moon shadow at the base of the pyramid of Josa. Will you guard me and my maid until it is done? There may be dangers on the road as well.
Gladly.
Then let us ride to the pyramid and wait until the night unfurls in splendor.
This is uncertain country. Why not bring more guards?
My ritual must remain private.
Is that also why we travel off the main road?
Yes, it is less safe but more secret. The lack of a son lowers my husband in the esteem of the people. And if they knew of the babes I have lost, his ability to compel the gods would be called into question. There are whispers against him already. My troubles bring shame to him and to me.
Nebet, it is not your fault.
Hush, Mara. I know you mean to be kind, but the scrolls are clear. The woman is the carrier of the child's sex.
I do not believe that, Nebet.
Mara, we have had this conversation before. Let us be quiet now, in case our voices carry to unfriendly ears.
Good idea. Whoa. Gotcha!
Have your guts for that!
Whoa.
Target erased! You're dead!
Hey there, Godfather. Welcome in. We're gonna play all the DLC. That is the plan, yeah. We play both Hidden Ones and the Curse of the Pharaohs. Gonna be good to showcase the Sinai region, because it's also quite important in ancient Egypt. And then of course having Upper Egypt represented with Thebes, another capital of Egypt, in the Curse of Pharaohs DLC, but also the
And any who threaten it.
Valley of the Gods and stuff.
Blessing on you.
Hey, Precision. Hey, the Dr. Darling, welcome in. First playthrough? It's not. I've played this game multiple times before. Since the release on a yearly basis, if not more. So yeah, we've played this game plenty of times before. Hey there, Afro, welcome in.
Every morning of my childhood, my father and I spoke the prayer of the Magi, a promise to those in need. I am a Magi. I am a feather in the eagle's wing, a living dagger plunged from the sky into the heart of chaos. I am a truth unknown, a scabbard unfilled, a son of the Nile, and a defender of the people. You cannot kill me, for I walk among the dead. Come forth by day, and I will guide you home. My son should have learned this prayer from me.
Another great quest also connects the whole Ramu arc into it. Because with Taimhotep losing her unborn shards, you know, it's very much reminding back of losing his own shard, of course. Let's go ahead and check out Joseph's pyramid then. Hey there, Hitpix, welcome in, dude. Am I an AC veteran? I would say so, yeah. I've played the AC games ever since they came out. And it's definitely my favorite series of games and my most played one. Same here, Aya. Such a great scene. Like reciting the poem that he would have, you know, recited to his own son. Yeah, I've played most of the AC games at this point. I mean, I've played all of the main AC games. I played all of the DLC. I haven't played the Dawn of Ragnarok DLC for Valhalla. That's like only, I guess, main content I haven't played. I've also played a couple like side games, like the Chronicles ones and Bloodlines. So I pretty much played all of it. I'm doing quite well, thank you, Hitpix. I've been prepping earlier for vacation, but got everything packed now, so that's good. How about you, Hitpix? How's your weekend going? My top 2 favorite AC games. Well, for me it would be Assassin's Creed 2. Because that game is just very special to me. Like the setting, the characters, the music, the art direction, just the overall like narrative and how it expanded on the lore. And how much it like... for me it's like the most influential AC game as well in the series. It really sets kind of like the core standard for what an AC game is, I guess. Yeah, that one is definitely my favorite. And my second favorite is this game, Assassin's Creed Origins. I think it's a very bold game because it fundamentally changed the core principles, I guess. Or at least, yeah, I guess adapted a little bit to something fresh and new. But I think it was exactly what the series needed at the time. And I think they did a good job kind of like connecting what an Assassin's Creed game is with like this new era of Assassin's Creed. And it also, I think, is justified because it's like so historically far away from any of the other AC games before. So definitely justified changing the style of the you know, game. So yeah, for me it would be the 2 games here. How about you? Do you have 2 favorite AC games? It's going well, did not much today, you just relax. That sounds nice for hitpicks. It's good when you can, you know, just chill out on a weekend. Take as much, you know, rest as one needs. The top 3 would be AC2, AC4 and AC Origins. That's some great games right there. I do love Black Flag quite a bit, I have to say. One of my personal highlights in Black Flag is also the cast of like voice actors and the way they're written. Like really strong performances. But also just love the exploration, just like sailing around the Caribbean. Wunderbar. Sehr wunderbar. Wunderbarer. Professionalität. Exactly. I like how it isn't lit on fire. Bike would have been on fire in a matter of like 1 second. Oh, it's 2 snakes on top of each other. Huh.
Ancient writing from the Old Kingdom.
I think that's all of the treasures in the pyramid here. Let's get out. Alright, so that finishes Joseph's pyramid here. The next quest, according to the quest order, would actually be a Dream of Ashes down here. Another follow-up quest to the Seer 1 with a dream sequence last time.
He will kill himself. No, do you?
Like Aya is still waiting for me to do the horse race, but I'm just leaving her hanging for like ages. Because that's what the quest order demands.
Position gerecht.
Hey there, Saint, welcome in.
I am ready to speak of my dream.
Of course,
Hey,
deliverer.
position gerecht.
But first, you must help me.
How?
I have visions of danger. A dark cloud looms over 3 heads. An adventurer, a philanderer, and a beggar are all at risk.
What would I do for them?
Give each an amulet to guard against the darkness. One may be found near the great temple, one in its eastern district, and one in the tunnels that wind below it. I'll wait for you by the docks, at the basin of the great temple.
Alright, let's deliver the amulets here.
Some awesome soup.
The very highest precision, Gary. Going good. How about you? Did you go shopping yet? That's good to hear, Saint. And yeah, we did. Got pretty much everything we need now for the start of a vacation.
Stop.
Got most of it packed as well, so yeah. Gotta do very little now to be like fully prepped for tomorrow. But yeah, looking forward to it for sure. Gonna be nice to be a bit at the beach on the ocean side.
This area is off limits.
What?
Let me finish this.
Wait a second. Do you know the seer?
He sent help. Thank the gods. Ready for a fight, Magi?
Always.
Ready for a fight. Yeah, I don't think we need to fight at this point.
That is done.
Freedom!
You fought well. Citizens.
You are quite the fighter.
I do my best. They caught me off guard the first time.
The seer offers this amulet to keep you from further harm.
My children cannot eat a stone.
I cannot do more for you than this. May your luck change course.
Pardon my rudeness. You have already risked yourself to save me. As long as I am alive, my family still has a chance.
Alright, that's number 1.
Down the pursuit! How to get to the others?
Keep the honey covered.
Hurry, my love. Yeah. Sorry, Aya, but I have important side quest business to do.
Let's get out of here.
Man, I feel quite bad about Aya. Just waiting for hours and hours. Good timing, Godi. Definitely good one. Oh, nice to have Redder here. Could go ahead and sell some stuff. Is Spike not wearing shoes? Yeah, I think this outfit is without any shoes. It's a more traditional kind of one. Sorry, the timeline requires us to ignore you at this moment. Yeah. It's definitely the first time in the quest order that I'm following where I'm like, okay, this doesn't make much sense, like pacing-wise, according to what makes like sense for the canon like order. But they're making some notes on the order and kind of like adjusting it so we can maybe in the future have like a really, really good order. But I think it's definitely difficult because sometimes, you know, it's like, for instance, with this questline it's difficult because you come to Memphis and the first thing the bike says is I should find Pasharemta immediately and talk to him about the target. So it makes sense to go ahead and do that, but then if you do that quest all the way through, then you're gonna end up at this point where I am currently. So maybe you'd have to like stop somewhere in the middle of doing the quest, but that also wouldn't pace too well, I don't think. To just end up like doing hours of like side quests in Memphis instead, so it's a difficult one to kind of like put in the right order. Sometimes, of course, quests are written not by the same guys either. Like sometimes it might not be entirely like you know, communicated in a sense where it's like, okay, this event happens then definitely. Often side quests just are in connection to like what's going on in the area. But yeah, at the end of the day, I still has to wait for now. I'm gonna sell Joseph's Pride because it's a shit he gets very often in the game. Then and I don't plan on upgrading it. I'd rather just buy hacker chests. Because we're gonna end up with these shields like multiple times in the playthrough. Easily. Okay, let's see if we can get a legendary item. Hero spear, not too bad. Legendary spear, that's certainly better. The Sekhmet spear with health on kill, which is pretty good actually for a nightmare run. Because of how much health you are losing, it's good to have like ways of getting health back. Once the spear tastes the blood of your enemies, it can only be sated by their destruction. That's the ultimate blood for the blood god kind of like spear. Damn, and we got a legendary sickle sword. The Pearl of Dual Jacquin. Bleeding and health on hit. Both weapons excellent for this playthrough. So that's good enough for me. You know, I got like 2 good weapons on my level after 3 chests. I don't need to buy more hacker chests here. Gonna be tactical about hacker chests because buying like tons of them at like 1 level is hardly worth it because you're gonna end up with more items than you need. So as soon as you kind of like get something that you need for your level, that kind of like makes things easier or like better, it's best to call it then. I feel like it's definitely more worth it than just upgrading stuff because you're gonna end up with duplicates eventually and then you can sell them for like 1/3 of a hacker chest or something, or even more. And you always are guaranteed to get something good for your level, you know. Even rare items can be, you know, decent. Yeah, some pretty good, cool weapons here. Exactly, Schiller. Blood for the blood god.
These are the tunnels the seer mentioned. I'm on the right track.
What are you? Hey! Useless to run, dog! Suicide to come, August! You're finished! I see you!
Why is he not like completely on fire? I could already be dead at this point, given how much and how long he was standing in fire. This cave kind of reminds me of one of the caves in AC Valhalla.
I've come too late to save this one. divine ones circle around him. May this amulet preserve his car.
Okay, that's the second one delivered. A bit too late, but delivered nonetheless.
Get out of the way! Watch out! Get out of the way! Do not expose yourself, honey! Buy me some time! I must push on! Deal here!
A friend asks me to free you.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Come, little rabbit. Whisker me to death. I'm ready to face the gods. You see the injustice here? He can't satisfy his wife, and somehow I am to blame. I'd like to say I'm capable of walking, but that would be a lie.
Set aside your pride. I will carry you.
But then immediately she stands up and is fine. Classic origins.
I've nothing to reward you with, except my thanks.
I will claim my reward elsewhere. The seer sends this amulet. His visions show you are in need of protection.
Why would I need this piece of junk?
Just take it so we can conclude our business.
Fine. I suppose wearing it will make my mother happy.
That is all 3 amulets given out. Now to return to the seer.
Okay, let's actually get this treasure now. Gotta go for a plunge here into the water. Oh, already going the wrong way here. It's fine. But I can die to drowning or anything. Maybe there's a shortcut on this side. actually made it. Now I'm among crocodiles. Let's get out of here. Lucky they're close by. The PTSD sound. I think we're definitely ready to take on the Phylake as soon as he shows himself.
Move! Now! Move! Hurry! Have you delivered the amulets?
Yes. One arrived too late to protect its bearer.
Which?
The adventurer. He met a lonely end, bitten by a snake.
This is sad news. All the same, I consider your debt paid. The sacred island lies farther in the embrace of Mother Nile. Bring me there, and I will tear aside the curtain that shrouds your nightmares. Now, Deliverer, tell me what you saw.
I saw what has lain behind my eyes every night for the past year. It begins with a sandstorm. I rise to my feet and walk a corridor of ruins, passing into the Hall of Judgment. There, a twin of myself places a black stone heart onto the scales of my art. It is then that the god snake strikes. Apep, larger than a mountain, larger than reason. A bow of light appears in my hands. I fight the snake and win, though.
Oi. Good crocodile, you interrupted our dialogue.
What were we speaking of?
A bow of light appears in my hands. I fight the snake and win, though not without injury. Then I rise through dark, choking waters to surface among lotus flowers. I claim my lost heart from an altar and travel to the field of reeds. In the distance, I see my son. When I reach for him, he turns to ashes.
Thus is your true seeing unbound. Here, the sacred island awaits our coming.
So darling, you have like 10 games installed on Steam, but instead you're playing World of Warcraft with a friend. I mean, that's definitely understandable, and it's a classic. Definitely have been there, of like focusing primarily on like one game instead. But the most important thing is that you're having fun, you know?
Deliverer, would you be free of the curse that plagues your sleep? There is a ritual that will banish it from your mind forever.
Yes. Do it then.
Go beneath the waters south of here, and bring up the statue of Gnome from the sunken temple of Ramses. With this likeness of the great potter to hand, the ritual can be performed.
You want the Shaman's Horned Helmet for Halloween? I would definitely make for a cool disguise for Halloween.
Here is the statue.
Hnum, sculptor of children. He will battle Apep in your place. This ritual needs your mind's strength. Sit by my side and meditate as I speak with the gods. Grow, O light! Come forth, O light! Rise! Rise! O light, ascend! O light! You who are without, come in! O darkness, remove yourself from his eyes. O God of seeing, bring in the light to him. O Apep!
Right, let's meditate until night.
The seer is gone. How did he leave the island?
Oh, how did he leave the island? I assume he took one of the boats. I'm sure he could navigate, you know, the Nile back to Memphis. But yeah, that finishes A Dream of Ashes. And the follow-up quest for the seer here. Now the next quest would be Odor Most Foul. However, now that we've done a little bit of Memphis, I would like to jump back into the Discovery Tour and do some of the Discovery Tours in connection to what we've done so far. So let's go ahead and jump into that mode real quick. Also go ahead and change our character back to Aya. And then let's have a look. Well, I think I'm gonna start with the city of Memphis as like an introduction here. However, before we get there, we kinda like went through this area to get to Memphis, so maybe we could do agriculture and seasons first. Also the now, quite important. Let's go ahead and start with the now over here. Learn about the river Nile and its importance to the development of ancient Egyptian civilization.
Welcome to Bringer of Life, the River Nile. The ancient Egyptians called the dark fertile soil of the Nile the Black Lands, and the surrounding desert was referred to as the Red Lands. The dramatic difference of productive land opposed to barren desert had a deep influence on cultural ideology, mythology, and religion. The Nile determined much of Egyptian civilization. For example, the seasonal cycle of the Nile was so consistent that ancient Egyptians created their calendar around it. The flood season, or Akhet, was when the departing floodwaters left arable soil for crops. It was followed by the growing and harvesting seasons, known as Peret and Shemu. These regular seasons, along with abundant wildlife and rich soil, meant that Egypt's denizens were able to nourish themselves and ensure their country's strength in trade. The River Nile, flowing from the south to the north, neatly traversed through both Upper and Lower Egypt. All of Egypt's major cities were built along this narrow ribbon of life. Protected by mountain ranges and deserts which acted as natural barriers to enemies, and sustained by the Nile's plants and wildlife, Egyptian civilization enjoyed economic and cultural prosperity for over 4,000 years.
It's really cool that we kind of like covered that whole area and era, of course, you know, of like pre-dynastic and then dynastic Egypt. Well, dynastic Egypt to a degree because I didn't, you know, play for all of it. But also with the documentaries and just seeing, you know, how important the Nile has been through all of Egyptian civilization, really. Without the Nile, the Egyptians never would have become the advanced civilization that it was. It's also pretty cool in pre-dynastic Egypt how it was really focused on the Nile area, you know, like all of the most important tribes were kind of like located directly at the Nile, or at least in close vicinity.
Both ancient Egyptians and ancient Greeks referred to the Nile as the river in their respective languages. Stretching a distance of over 6,700 kilometers, the Nile is one of the longest rivers in the world. It flows south to north, spanning 11 countries. The River Nile originates in the region of the Great Subequatorial Lakes, including one of the largest in the world, Lake Victoria near Tanzania.
Oh yeah, just 11 countries, nothing more. "11 countries is wild." It definitely is. I mean, 6,700 kilometers of distance.
The river flows through African equatorial forests, swamps, volcanic lands, steppes, and deserts, splitting apart for a while and picking up various sediments from each region and carrying them all the way to Egypt. Its main artery, known as the White Nile, rejoins with the Blue Nile in Khartoum. This is where it weaves through rich deposits of silt and nutrients, carrying them along in its wake.
And the concept art of Martin Deschambault is always so freaking gorgeous. It's like one of my absolute favorite concept artists working for Ubisoft. It's possible that humans dug entrances, passages for the Nile to flow down from the ocean. Yeah. That's the thing, right? Like, not everything is like entirely documented, so there's definitely room for interpretation.
The Nile crosses 6 cataracts from the south to the north, creating natural obstacles between the various sections of the river. The cataracts are long zones of about 100 kilometers, where the bubbling and rapidly swirling waters advance tumultuously amid enormous heaps of rocks and benches of hard stone. It is after crossing Nubia and the first cataract that the river officially returns to Egypt in Aswan. There are still 1,000 kilometers before it reaches Cairo and the Delta, bringing life to those living on its shores before it eventually empties into the Mediterranean Sea.
But it wouldn't surprise me if humans did do that, you know, gain like easier access to the Nile. If whoever living or close to them isn't like an ideal, you know, place to enter. Especially if the livelihood is kind of like dependent from it.
Ancient Egyptian irrigation and water use was centered around the Nile. However, they also had access to streams and rivers, as well as several large lakes. The Delta, situated at the north end of the Nile, also known as Lower Egypt, is a large irrigated area where the river splits into several tributaries. The Delta had several major brackish coastal lakes, bodies of water separated from the sea by thin strips of land. A mix of deep to shallow waters, salt swamps, and sand plains, these lakes were refuge to a wealth of species, as well as water and land plants. The occasional bandit could also be found sheltering within the denser reeds, waiting for the unwary traveler.
Like that reference to the game, because that is definitely something happening quite often in this area. It's like full of trade, you know, so there's like also lots of bandits ambushing for profit. But yeah, that finishes Bringer of Life, the river now. Made quite a journey here. All the way down from northern Memphis. Let's do agriculture and seasons next. Directly connected here to the Nile, actually. Learn about the basic agriculture food production techniques and understand how the Nile was at the center of ancient Egypt wealth.
Welcome to Agriculture and seasons. While crops were cultivated in different oases around the desert, most of the arable lands were near the Nile. Two types of cereal grain were cultivated, barley and an ancient wheat known as emmer. These two key ingredients contributed in establishing bread and beer as the staple of the Egyptian diet and the basis of its economy.
Bread and beer. Egyptians definitely knew what was good. What's better, cheese and wine or bread and beer?
The Ptolemaic era created an agricultural revolution with the introduction of advanced agricultural techniques and new grain types such as rice, durum wheat, and pearl millet. The resulting agricultural mass production greatly increased the economy of ancient Egypt. It also prompted the development of storage and transportation, allowing long-distance trade with other regions.
Das Boot. Wine is better than beer. Cheese and beer. Well, I can only have bread and beer or cheese and wine. Hey Vijay, welcome in. How's it going? You always choose white wine over beer. I don't blame you. I don't drink a lot of either, but if I would have a choice, I would actually go for white wine too. It's like one of the only alcoholic beverages I would actually drink. Unless it's like, you know, something more special. But yeah, cheese and beer is not a bad combo, like also in food actually. I love using beer in, yeah, like preparing food. You won't say no to a bratwurst? To bratwurst and beer? Classic combo. I would actually drink a beer to a bratwurst.
Both bread and beer rations were
if I had
a
it.
system of barter payment. The state used those goods to pay wages for those who worked in the quarries and at the construction sites. Beer was so important to ancient Egyptians, they had a goddess of beer brewing, Taimhotep. Taimhotep is seen in many paintings and sculptures with beer, and women are depicted as the primary beer makers.
Bootwurst. It's pretty amazing that beer was so important to ancient Egyptians. They actually had a goddess for beer brewing. That's like one of the most Egyptian things ever. To have like a dedicated goddess just for beer. Should I not you looking at the bratwurst and beer in your fridge for later? Hell yeah, dude. That sounds delicious. Are you gonna put it on the grill or like in the pan? Yeah, so for me it's like not a very German dinner today. We're gonna make fried rice with like dumplings. There was a German deli shop out of the city when you were young. Your father used to shop meat and other stuff from it. Don't know if it's still open. That'd be really nice. You have like authentic German, you know, Wurst and meat and stuff. I mean, that's one thing I think we definitely know over here when it comes to like, you know, meat production and all that. Definitely on the grill. Fried rice and dumplings are delicious. Absolutely. It's a nice combo. And yeah, I do love, you know, like the flavor of like grilled meats. Or grilled anything really. Like everything is better grilled, pretty much. Veggies, fruits, meat, bread. Just put everything on a grill, really.
In order to increase agricultural production, fertile land was divided into plots and large agricultural villages were encouraged. The state and temples were the biggest landowners. Depending on the region, fertile land was managed by civil servants or rented to individuals. Ancient Egyptians relied on rudimentary tools for land cultivation. Soil was broken down with hoes, and wing plows were used to make furrows.
Look at the Egyptian doggos here, though. Looks beautiful. I love just the shape of him and like the snout and the ears. And of course how it's also represented in some gods' features. Bier and more Bier? Ja, ja, exactly. Wir brauchen mehr Bier. To exist. Should have linked in DM. No worries, Dr. Darling. That's alright. But that's cool. So Ochsenkopf. Which translates to the head of the ox, or the ox head.
The 3 seasons known as Akhet, Peret, and Shemu corresponded to a specific phase of the agricultural process and the river's natural changes. Akhet was the time of the flood, beginning with the appearance of the star Sirius in July. Peret was the time when lands were cultivated, plowed, and sown. This fell between October and November. Shemu ran from May to September and was when harvesting and taxation began.
Does that mean the Egyptians invented the saying, hold my beer, when doing something dumb? It wouldn't surprise me if they did, honestly. It's very likely that that was something they've already done at this point. Or something in the shape or form, given how important beer was and how many people did drink it. It's like, here, hold my beer, I have to do this now. And failed spectacularly.
The pharaoh's duty was to uphold order against chaos and provide for his people. Priests and local governors also wanted to appear as protectors of the people. However, any variation in the Nile's seasons could cause water shortages. This had devastating consequences on wheat and barley crops. The pharaoh, administrators, and priests knew they needed to demonstrate their ability to prevent such a catastrophe from happening. And so they invented the story, which would be inscribed upon the famine stela. The story begins with the pharaoh worried for his people. The Nile hasn't flooded in years, and his people are starving. In search of the origins of the flooding, Djoser seeks out Khnum, the protector god of the region and the source of the drought. Djoser gives the god offerings and orders his priests to restore the temple of Khnum. These offerings please the god, and the floods are restored. This story was intended to highlight the importance of the deity in everyone's daily lives, while also demonstrating the crucial role that the priests and the king played in feeding and protecting the people of Egypt.
Ah, yeah. It's like, we can't let our authority being challenged as a pharaoh. So how about we invent like a mythical tale about that we've done something to appease the gods, and then we are responsible for making, the flood come back again and making our lands rich with soil. So better worship the pharaoh and the gods. Otherwise another drought is gonna happen. Now you're hungry, Dr. Darling. I don't blame you. I could go for a snack. I still have a waffle from this morning. Made some waffles with jelly. I finishes agriculture and seasons. Das Hieroglyph. Die Hieroglyphen. Alright, so that finishes for now and agriculture and seasons. Next I would like to do the introduction for the city of Memphis. Pretty short one. Learn about the city of Memphis and its place through various periods of ancient Egyptian history.
Welcome to the city of Memphis. Throughout all ancient Egyptian periods, cities had one thing in common. They were situated along the Nile's shores. Cities were often designated for government or for worship. Major cities had several temples dedicated to numerous gods and goddesses. Egyptians referred to the organization of their cities as a sepat, or later on by the Persian term nome. There were 20 sepat in Lower Egypt and 22 in Upper Egypt. The capital city of ancient Egypt changed many times over the periods.
Yeah, so for instance, Thebes, the city you can see in The Curse of Pharaohs, was also one of the capitals of ancient Egypt. Back then it was the capital of Lower Egypt. No, Upper Egypt, sorry. But then when the dynasties ultimately, merged together, and the pharaoh became king of the two lands of both Upper and Lower Egypt, that of course, changed across the periods, depending on what the pharaohs of the dynasties at the time considered their, ideal kind of like reigning place.
One of the largest was Memphis, located in Lower Egypt. It was a key center for religious temples, including their most important deity, Ptah, god of creation. Thebes, located in Upper Egypt, competed with Memphis and featured as both a political and a religious center. Two important temples, Luxor and Karnak, were built there. A minor capital of the Saite dynasty was the city of Sais. This was the last native Egyptian capital of Egypt.
Damn, I didn't even remember this, that Sais was so important. Considering how, minor Sais seems in comparison to Thebes and Memphis.
During the Third Dynasty, under Pharaoh Djoser, Memphis became the first religious and administrative capital of Egypt. Even when the political capital of Egypt decentralized itself, pharaohs were crowned in this sacred city in order to legitimize their ascension to the throne, up to and including Alexander the Great. Though little remains today save ruins south of Cairo, we can guess at the structure of the city, which stretched up to 5 kilometers in length and 2 kilometers in width. Memphis was also referred to as the City with the 100 Doors, or the White Walls. These names were in reference to the wall which surrounded the city. Under the protection of Ptah, god of craftsmen, the city was a thriving religious and economic hub.
That finishes the city of Memphis. Okay, I won't do the artisans and the mummies of ancient Egypt yet. Okay, so that's a pretty extensive discovery tour for the Joseph Pyramid, which I want to be doing later. I'm gonna still do the shorter one over here for the major regions of Egypt, and then we're gonna head back to Bike. Learn about the major regions of Egypt.
Welcome to the major regions of Egypt. Life in ancient Egypt was concentrated along the shores of the Nile and divided into two regions. Lower Egypt was situated on the Nile Delta near the Mediterranean, and Upper Egypt was at the south reaching into Africa. Due to its proximity to the Mediterranean, temperatures in Lower Egypt were less extreme than in Upper Egypt. Until 3100 BCE and the unification of Egypt, each region had its own pharaoh and crown. Lower Egypt's crown was red and marked with symbols of papyrus and bees. Upper Egypt's crown was white, with symbols of lotus and sedge grass.
Hey, that's a cat. Welcome in. Dude, thank you so much for the 38 months of resubbing. And the mum streak as well. I really appreciate it. How's it going? I hope you're having a nice weekend so far. Welcome to more of AC Origins. We're currently doing some discovery tours. Learning about Memphis and the Nile.
Both regions had competing major cities, most notably Memphis in Lower Egypt and Thebes in Upper Egypt. There were different religious cults in both regions, each worshipping their own major gods.
And these plans would have helped so much to recreate the city in-game. Getting these like, 3D kind of like city plans. Give like a sense of like, you have a sense of scale really for like buildings. And the environment. Oof.
Many of the temples were designed in such a way as to represent the two regions, and ceremonies often incorporated Upper and Lower Egypt in their rituals.
Sakat, you just woke up, been playing GTA Online with friends till 10 in the morning? That sounds like you had a good time, dude. That sounds really fun. Hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, that's fair, like if you went to sleep so late. Kinda like be sleeping for most of the afternoon. I would have done the same if I was up that long. Did you do some heists in GTA Online? Das now. Der Nile. Alright, but yeah, that's gonna be everything I will do for now with the Discovery Tour. Let's go back to bike. It is time for one of the most iconic quests out there, Odor Most V. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this viewpoint here real quick. Why do I say iconic? Because it's the motionless like Osiris quest.
They move not, they stir not, be it done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris.
That's the one. So I got no heist, but some sort of agent missions that took us forever. Ah, I gotcha. I checked out a little bit of GTA Online when I first played the game. There was like so much chaos happening. It was like, what the fuck is even happening sometimes? Maybe I'm gonna check out View Online in the future again at some point. And I just wanna play some GTA 5 without playing the actual story. Yeah, I think that was the issue that I went with a public lobby instead of just like playing with friends or something. Because yeah, I literally just got like a pretty nice car. Went to go to the barber to get like a haircut. And in the middle of the streets was just like an airplane crashing in, just like shooting guns everywhere, destroying everything in its path, including my car, of course. I was like sitting in the barber shop being like, nice. So that happened. It was just like one thing. Exactly. High precision, get it?
You are not repugnant. There are no words with you. You are not repugnant. There are no words with you. You are not repugnant. There you are, Sensei.
trying to make this Phylake become motionless. Oh, are these guys coming? Okay, let's do this. Oh, Jesus, come on. I hate when I'm like stunned and can't do shit. Oh, come on. Okay, got him. I was just like slightly chaotic there.
There are no worms with you. You are not repugnant. There are no worms.
It's like I did someone on a flying bike coming into the clothing shop and blew you up. You were like, only trying on some pants. Yeah, that would be really annoying if it just that happens like without any reason.
Motionless, motionless like Osiris. Motionless, his limbs like Osiris. Here's the tomb of Osiris. Motionless, motionless like Osiris. Motionless, his limbs like Osiris. Here is the tomb of Osiris. Motionless, motionless like Osiris. Motionless, his limbs like Osiris. Let them not remain motionless. Let them not corrupt. Let them not remain motionless. Let them not corrupt. Let them not remain motionless. Let them not corrupt. They move not, they stir not. Be it done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris. They move not, they stir not.
position,
Be it done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris. They move not, they stir not. Be it done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris.
Hail to you, Osiris. Your limbs are lasting. You do not know corruption.
Hail to you, Osiris. Your limbs
This is the end of the stream, Dr. Darling. That's right. Just gonna leave this on for another hour or so. And then I'm off into vacation. Will be the perfect end.
No worms with you. You are not repugnant.
There are no worms with
Also, hey there, Stanley, welcome in. How's it going?
There are no worms with you. You are
Also, hey there, Harrow, welcome in, dude.
It is the
Hey,
tomb
Precision
of
Getter.
Osiris. Motionless, motionless like Osiris.
We need like a MPC Origins remix in the style, in the same style, just with motionless.
motionless like Osiris. Motionless, his limbs like Osiris.
Which was the most gifted singer of the group for the ceremony.
Motionless,
Just imagine having to record this without laughing.
his limbs like Osiris.
Let them not
The dedication.
motionless. Let them not corrupt.
Let them not remain motionless. Let them not corrupt. Let them not remain motionless. Let them not corrupt.
Exactly, Saint. Gotta stay as monotone as motionless as possible.
Done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris.
They move not, they stir not. Be it done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris. They move not, they stir not. Be it done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris.
Just enjoying this banger tune.
Osiris.
I could leave the stream open Osiris song 24/7 until I come back. Oh yeah, sure. Let me just leave the PC open
Your limbs are lasting.
for like an entire week.
Not no corruption. Hail to you, Osiris. Your limbs are lasting.
My electricity bill is gonna be happy about it.
There are no worms with you. You are not repugnant.
Das Musik.
There are no worms with you. You are not repugnant.
Hail, pure one.
May your heart be joyful, Magi.
Joy is scarce while Memphis chokes on the scent of the grave. I am here to discuss Pasharemta's complaint on the informant table.
Indeed, we seek a capable person to investigate this tomb. Most are too fearful of the demons within to enter.
But demons would fear a priest. Why not investigate yourself?
I am a vessel of the gods. I contribute through prayer.
Then I will face the demons. Pray that your faith shields me.
Ta grant you safety.
They move not, they stir not. Be it done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris.
They move not, they stir not. Be it done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris. They move not, they stir not. Be it done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris.
Should have game should be called Assassin's Creed Osiris and this song should be playing all the time. Just the perfect background music for anything. If it's like stealth, combat, dialogue, cutscenes.
Limbs are lasting, you do not know corruption.
Imagine though you would just go insane after a while.
Your limbs are lasting, you do not know corruption.
Osiris was the son of Isis and Ra.
You are not repugnant.
There are no
Not entirely sure.
You are not repugnant.
I think Isis was actually
You are not repugnant.
was actually a mini high precision Garrett
The tomb of
when I counted.
Osiris. Motionless.
But what I remember, I think Isis was both the wife of Osiris
Limbs like
as well as the sister.
The tomb of Osiris, motionless, motionless like Osiris, motionless, his limbs like Osiris. Here is the tomb of Osiris, motionless, motionless like
I think I'm Osiris.
motionless, his limbs
This needs a 10-hour version on YouTube.
let them
Oh,
not remain.
I could technically leave that open overnight at some point and just let it record for like ages.
them not remain motionless.
Easy.
Let them not corrupt.
for like 8 hours straight.
Let them not remain motionless. Let them not corrupt. They move not.
Osiris was the father of Ra and husband to Isis. When I remembered correctly with Isis then. I didn't remember the relation to Ra, like how it was exactly.
Done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris. They move not, they stare not.
That seems to be it, Saint, that Ra was the son of him.
I am Osiris.
And this is a high precision gold mine here.
Your limbs are lasting.
Alright, let's go ahead and
You do not know corruption.
check out what's going on here.
Hail to you, Osiris. Your limbs are lasting. You do not know corruption. Hail to you, Osiris. Your limbs are lasting.
Hey! Departed. Forgive my violation of your rest. Grant that I may pass by you. An offering to chase the smell. Someone has been here recently. Someone who does not fear demons.
Yeah, I think when Twitch blocked the word Isis, they weren't thinking of the Egyptian goddess.
What in the name of the gods is that foulness? I should trace it to its source. The mummies. They are rotted. This is a crime against the dead.
Jesus Christ, like imagine the smell in here. I don't know how far I can do it.
Yeah, the flesh has decayed, but the wrappings are still intact. If the wrappings are sound, the fault lies in the embalming. Fear of demons kept the crime from being discovered. I will pay the mummification temple a visit.
Pretty good to do the mummification process as the discovery tour in connection to this quest, actually. You can almost smell it from the screen. Yeah. You can definitely tell they did a good job with the visuals.
The guarding of temples was once a sacred duty entrusted to the Magi. Now, it falls to no one.
You know for a fact you definitely couldn't handle, immediately vomit within the second you inhaled. Probably same, honestly. I mean, I don't vomit that easily, but I mean, that would be too much to handle, I think. Hey, the ghosty? Yeah, got it now. So it's outfits. The command.
Peace be on you. May Osiris shield your loved one's journey.
I do not need your services. I'm here to inspect the temple.
You are no priest. In whose name do you dare profane our grounds?
In the High Priest's name. Prove this by messenger if you wish.
Ah, yes. Poor Bashiremta. The curse weighs heavy on us all. I have had 2 embalmers run off since it began. Only untrained laborers are free to take their place. Such coarse fellows. I hope to discharge them soon.
I look forward to meeting them.
Doesn't look like a recently departed individual. But it looks like someone who's been dead for quite a while. Thanks, Ghosty, for choosing Persian Legend as my outfit. Let's do it. That's an outfit I haven't used yet. Cover your head in the desert or the sun will cook your brain. No one wants a stupid magi. Amazing.
Is this where bodies are delivered?
Yes. This is the gate to the Ibu, the place of purification. The dead are brought here by their families. Then we wash them with tears wept by the gods at the death of Osiris. Or maybe just water. Hard to say.
The mummies would not be tampered with so early in the process. This man is likely innocent.
Here and back.
What do you...
Yes, I know. You want to learn what I do here. I wash the bodies of the dead. It's a job. Been doing it for 10 years now. There's little to say about it, really.
A man of my own nature. He bears watching, though.
Is your curiosity satisfied?
Not yet.
Be quicker. You disturb our work and the dead's rest.
I would not want to make an enemy of you.
I have no enemies, and no secrets either. This is just how you get rid of the brain, a useless organ. Next, I will open up the flank and take out the liver, stomach, lungs, and intestines. They are the first parts of the body to rot.
Fascinating.
We never get visitors here. Come see us anytime.
A friendly face can hide guilt. Yet, I do not suspect him.
We never get visitors here. I wonder why. And yeah, the brain is a totally useless organ, right?
Is this salt you are working with?
Not salt. Natron. It dries out the body, and it fries my hands to shit. I have got burns all over. Although, they have been better lately.
Has the natron changed somehow?
The texture has been a little off. Powdery. They must be getting it from a new supplier. If you want to talk natron, Menopback is the expert.
If natron is used to dry the bodies, there may be something wrong with the natron. I should speak to the worker out back. These bodies are dried with natron?
Who might you be?
A temple inspector.
Right. About time you got here. Memphis has been stinking of rot for months.
I suspect a problem with the natron. Where does it come from?
Not far from here. Guarded by good men near the canal. Watch out for crocodiles.
And lizards.
Did you say lizard?
It means something to you.
I've heard it whispered in taverns. Rumors only.
If you have nothing of substance to offer, I will be leaving.
Wait. I can tell you this. Our natron is tainted. It is mixed with sand. Go to the warehouse just north of the Great Temple. The gods be with you.
So the mummies rotted due to the tainted natron. Let's see what is in this warehouse he mentions.
I like how Bike throws in the lizards to kind of like throw them off. We get like a genuine reaction of like a surprise if the person knows anything. I do like how Bike is kind of like investigating persons by like playing the consciousness a little bit, you know, to get the truth out of them. It's definitely an element of social stealth as well. In a narrative sense, at least. He removed the brains. Apparently with hooks, they pulled the brains out through the nasal passage because opening the skull was too messy. Damn. That is, yeah. That is quite metal. But we're gonna learn more about the mummification process after this quest, because then I'm gonna do the discovery tour in connection to it. Stanley sounds like a regular day for your spring allergy. I don't blame you. I know what that feels like. What? Why couldn't I jump into the haystack?
What?
Oh, Mention!
Here is the warehouse. I need to be careful. Only the guilty aim to disgrace the innocent.
May the gods be kind!
Salt is cheap. There must be more than gold to your crime.
Gold had nothing to do with it. A priest in a blue sash brought my orders. He did this to me. He threatened to do the same to my daughter. I brought foulness on this city, only to protect her. I swear it! Please!
Help me, and I will end this.
Here! I kept it. Take it!
I'll send this writer to the Devourer. The seal of Anubis. A priest sabotaged the Natron. The letter mentions a bandit cave. I will go clear out this viper's nest once and for all.
Definitely good quest to do before finishing with a target in Memphis. Because this explains all the foul dead bodies, which, you know, led to a poisoning of a city. Or what others believe to be a curse of a devil. But yeah, just the Odor's doing. But apart from that, they're pretty nice guys, you know. I bet the priest was coughing. Oh, we're gonna find out. I guess the entrance actually where we have a quest marker. Over here? Yeah.
After all. The Devourer waits for your hearts!
Black Cow Bike is screaming that and the dude doesn't even react.
May the cause of...
You wanna finish, Bike?
Ma'at will judge you in the afterlife!
Memphis is dead. We'll sleep peacefully now.
Oh, we killed the bandits, but we didn't get a priest yet that ordered them to do this. But yeah, that finishes Odor most foul. So, with that quest finished and it directly being connected to the mummification process, I would go back to the Discovery Tour again and check out that Discovery Tour. That specific one only because I think it's a bit more of a lengthy one in comparison to others. That's actually alright. But they're mummies of ancient Egypt. Let's do it. Learn about the process of mummification in ancient Egypt.
Welcome to Mummies of Ancient Egypt. The mummification process used by ancient Egyptians was highly ceremonial in nature. The different types of mummification took into account the social level and richness of the deceased and even included animals. The most expensive was that reserved for the pharaoh and the royal family, as well as some of the wealthiest members of the court. The first step was cleaning. Once bodies arrived at the mummification site, they were placed on inclined tables while the bodily fluids drained away. They were then cleansed by priests until they were deemed ready for the purification process. The purification of the body began with a libation from sacred water. The priest then fumigated the body with terebinth resin. After the ritual cleansing, priests used oils, spices, and all kinds of essences to further purify the body of the deceased. Finally, all body hair was meticulously removed. Once the body was properly purified, embalmers removed the organs, following very specific procedures. First, the brain was extracted by inserting a spoon through the nostril to break the ethmoid bone. Then, using a spatula, the pieces of the brain were removed as thoroughly as possible. What matter remained was extracted after a process of liquefaction, achieved through the use of a caustic liquid. The cranial box, once emptied, was rinsed and disinfected with palm wine, and then stuffed with strips of linen cloth and liquefied resin.
So there you go. What you said earlier, Saint, that they extracted the brain through the, nostrils.
After taking care of the brain, embalmers made an incision on the left flank and carefully set aside the viscera. The inside of the body was also rinsed with palm wine. Then the embalmers filled the belly with pure myrrh, cinnamon, and other perfumes and sewed it shut. The removed viscera were washed in palm wine and packed in crushed herbs before being placed in canopic jars.
Intestines with herbs. Under other circumstances, if it wasn't a well-documented process, imagine like finding it later, like, intestines in herbs and stuff. Your first thought would probably be if I like cannibals or something.
Canopic jars were placed close to the sarcophagus or kept in a chest nearby. At first, the viscera were wrapped in tissue and placed in the vases. As the ritual requirements became more elaborate, ointments, spices, and even water and natron were added to the process.
Brains. Brain juice. Zombie's favorite dish.
Towards the middle of the New Kingdom, canopic jars assumed the appearance of the 4 sons of Horus. They were known as the protectors of the viscera. These protectors had their own guardians, each a goddess of the dead. Imseti, the human-headed god, protected the liver and was protected by the goddess Iset. Hapi, the baboon-headed god, protected the lungs and was protected by the goddess Nephthys. Dumut-Ef, the jackal-headed god, protected the stomach and was protected by the goddess Neith. And finally, Kebesenuef, the falcon-headed god, protected the intestines and was protected by the goddess Selket.
Selket? Sounds a lot like Selket. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so.
Natron is a naturally occurring mineral found in evaporite. These sedimentary rocks are made up of mineral salts and were generally mined from lake beds in Egypt.
We're also gonna go later to a location where natron is mined, essentially, or like harvested, I guess. And that's also like a major import point for Natron to Memphis, for instance. It looks like areas covered in snow, almost.
Embalmers used natron as a desiccant to dry the flesh and stop the corpse's putrefaction process. Once the body was cleansed and eviscerated, the deceased was covered in natron for about 40 days. Once desiccated, the body was prepared to be wrapped in strips of linen. Once the body was fully desiccated by the natron treatment, embalmers oiled, painted, and sometimes even added hair extensions or a wig. They often used a henna-based antiseptic preparation to give the body a more colorful and lively appearance, while preparing it to resist molds and fungi.
Ah yeah, nothing better than attaching a wig to a dead human. Hey Varrod, welcome in, dude. How's it going, Senny? Knocks on the discovery tour door. You get your rent when you fix this damn door.
I need that money.
Next came the phase which gave mummies their most well-known appearance, the wrapping. Originally, each part of the body was wrapped separately. Men had their arms crossed on their chests, while women had the right arm folded over their breasts and the left arm stretched along the body. However, techniques evolved over time. Eventually, the body as a whole was wrapped with limbs alongside the body, and increasingly sophisticated and different techniques of weaving flax bands were developed. In addition to the jewelry and amulets arranged on the skin of the deceased, amulets were also carefully inserted into the weaving of the linen strips. Each amulet was linked to a myth, or to an ideological belief related to rebirth.
Rodkin, good thanks, dude. How's Origins? You have about 3 missions left in Double Agent. Very nice, dude. Sounds like you made some really good progress with the game. Do you think you're gonna finish the game tomorrow? And yeah, it's going quite well. Had a bit more time on my hands this afternoon, because everything is pretty much packed and prepared now for the journey. So I was in the mood to do a bit more progress and start on exploring Memphis. So I've been really focusing on that. We got a couple side quests done here. We also just finished the Motionless like Osiris questline. And yeah, took care of a couple of related discovery tours. So we're currently doing the mummification one because, of course, the major topic of the Motionless like Osiris one. So yeah, focusing on that. Not gonna be going for much longer today, but yeah, it's good to do a bit more progress for sure. Before I'm gonna be able to take a break and then returning with more of this. Sure, we'll just need to think about what challenge to do for conviction. That's great, dude, making really good progress. Motionless like Osiris, School of Mummification. Hell yeah. Gotta make sure that other mummies stay motionless. We don't want to have like a Curse of Pharaoh scenario of other mummies just like coming back to life. It wouldn't please Osiris. But that's definitely fair. I reckon you might even be able to start conviction tomorrow then. It's always the difficulty, I guess, you know, coming always up with like new and interesting ways of playing the games. Hey Valmita, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you have a nice weekend so far.
Masks were an important part of a mummy's finery. Early wooden funeral coverings were very expensive, however, and soon replaced by masks created through a technique known as cartonnage. Masks fashioned with this method were created by laying several layers of linen or papyrus pulp on a base made of mud or straw. Cartonnage was used for more than funerary masks. Ornaments and the animal coffins of the late period were also made in such a fashion. Cartonnage evolved to cover the entire body of the mummy during the 22nd dynasty. The mummies were placed on a board inside a rigid envelope of cartonnage, which was laced at the back with a string. Extremely cost-effective and visually pleasing, this technique was very popular through all layers of the society.
Wakey wakey, eggs and breaky. Delicious. Some eggs for breakfast, I don't mind. But it definitely can be difficult sometimes to come up with something, especially something that is doable. That's the other thing, right? Like coming up with a challenge and then also thinking about, okay, is this challenge actually, you know, something that I can play the entire game with? Or is it like too much of a hassle? Or does the game maybe prevent me from doing the challenge in most ways? Amita, all good. Came home from work a few minutes ago. How are you? Very nice, dude. That's great. Hope we can relax for the rest of the day a bit. And yeah, doing quite well. Decided to do another short stream today because I had a bit of time on my hands today. Now that everything is pretty much prepped for the vacation. So we've been focusing on exploring Memphis a bit and doing some discovery tours here. We learned a bit about the Nile, about agriculture, about the city layout, some regions of Egypt, and now mummification.
Cartonnage envelopes were usually covered with inscriptions and polychrome decorations, specifying the names and titles of the deceased, scenes depicting daily life, or decorations specific to the funerary world. This was a true gift for Egyptologists eager to study the funerary rites of the ancient Egyptians.
Amita, work was good. You fought with a client, but other than that it was quiet mostly. Yeah, just what you need, right? But yeah, that of course sucks to have happened, but I guess it's sometimes not entirely unavoidable. But yeah, I bet you're glad to be home now.
Once the mummy was properly wrapped and adorned, the embalmers proceeded with the ceremony of the opening of the mouth. A vital step of the funerary process, this ceremony was meant to bring back to life the deceased themselves, or an object representing the deceased.
Wine. As I like to say in Odor, see a legacy of the first blade. At least there's wine.
There were no less than 75 different stages for the opening of the mouth. It required the application of the same oils, ointments, spices, and perfumes used during the mummification process. Makeup was sometimes part of the process as well. The last stage of this long ritual was the act of touching the mouth with the adze to symbolically allow the breath of life to infuse an inert body. Its performance was reserved for a very specific set of people: priests who wore the mask of the god Anubis, a close relative of the family, or by the heir to the throne.
Reminds me of our target. You know, wearing the face of Anubis, the mask of Anubis. And that finishes Mummies of Ancient Egypt. Bring us more of this wine. How about beer, Wo? How about some ancient Egyptian beer? Every day you were trying to explain the situation, but the client wouldn't listen and was just talking all the time. You tried to be calm, but he pushed you a lot. That's the thing, right? Like, yeah, of course you're trying to like help a client, but if they don't wanna be helped or just can't be helped, you know, and don't even let you like finish talking, then maybe they need to be made aware of that fact, you know. So I don't blame you for you know, reacting that way. Not many know about Anubis, not many know about Anubis. The old business of ancient Egypt predates Anubis. You got both beer and wine, actually. Very nice. Have a weekend start, right? Alright, so that finishes Mummies of Ancient Egypt. We still have Artisans of Ancient Egypt and Temples and Priests, but I won't be doing them until I finish with the side quest, the rest of them in Memphis. I also still have one for the Djoser Pyramid, but I will do that once I finish with Saqqara Noma, I think. Or at least most of it. So, let's go back to the title screen. And I think I'm gonna do one more side quest today. Saying you have pushy clients too and have strategies to calm them down, but when it comes to the end of the day and they give you a hard time, when you get annoyed. I think we'll have vacation now.
Not remain motionless. Let them not corrupt.
For 2 weeks. Hell yeah, that's awesome, Saint. Definitely hope you enjoy vacation. And yeah, I don't blame you either, you know. Sometimes enough is enough.
Osiris, your limbs are lasting. You do not know corruption.
Let them not remain motionless. Where was the papyrus scroll again? Ah, over there. There's like lots of snakes down there, so I hope it killed most of them. Alrighty, so gonna do one more quest today, and that is gonna be blood in the water over there. I think it's a moving target actually. It's a dude on the boat. Imagine Arnie singing the Osiris song. Well, yes, he gave me an idea for another Arnie impression. Redeem over at Rods. Osiris is the best. Osiris is without blame. Welcome back, Haro. We're working on music. Hell yeah, that's awesome, dude. I hope it's going well. Hope you're enjoying it. I have to redeem that, Doctor. Exactly, Rod. Just do it any time on your own. Also, hey, Virgin Jacket, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. And welcome in, Raiders. I hope you had a good stream today. How was House Flipper 2 today? Did you flip many a house? Thanks for giving a shout out there to Rich and Jacket. This war Rod.
Medjay! Please have a seat. Would you accept me as a traveling companion? I will take a new title. How about Tutmose the Fearsome?
I travel alone.
Of course.
And that's a very Rich and Jacket. Definitely take care. Thanks for dropping by, and hope you have a nice day.
Terrible. So many deaths. I am hired to slaughter the beasts, but someone is pouring blood into the water to frenzy them.
And you want my help?
Yes, yes. You will shrug off a crocodile's jaws as most men would a gnat's. Kill crocodiles near the palace, and I will award you half my fee. What do you say, Medjay?
I am good at killing crocodiles.
I knew I could count on you. Medjay the mighty, Medjay the majestic, Medjay the... Never mind. There is a hidden cave near the city's northern limit. Meet me there tonight. Wait. Cave rhymes with brave. Missed that one.
Alright, let's kill some crocodiles then. I had to check for a second if it was actually in-game or a soundbit.
Capital of the world? The fuck it is.
Crocodile got himself a chaos. They are far more aggressive than...
That couldn't have been more fitting, considering we're in Memphis. cultural capital of the world. The fuck it is. That's from Witcher 3 actually. When you are Novigrad. One of the NPCs wasn't too happy about the city upon visiting.
This pile of dead crocodiles should be high enough to please Tutmose. Pile. Crocodile. Ah! Oh no. He's rubbing off on me.
How crocodile in the now. You're in denial. You like that quote from Witcher 3? Yeah, me too. I clipped that on my latest playthrough when I've done my hardest difficulty run of Witcher. Got a couple good sound bits out of that playthrough for sure. Crocodiles from the Old Kingdom. They sure lived a long time then. How to begau and fix a fragile compau go to the go the Nile Mao. Exactly. Nice one, Rod.
Tonight, I promise to reveal all. Magi! Oh, I am struck dumb with fear by what I see before me.
The palace grounds are choked with Sobek's dead.
Did you see? In the pool, human body parts used to lure the crocodiles. Oh, what horror!
But why?
Oh, who knows why evildoers do evil? I came just in time to see two people loading bodies onto boats and riding away.
I will put a stop to this mischief.
Of course you will. And as your loyal companion, I will point you toward the mischief makers. One went toward the palace, and the other was headed for the mummification temple. Here is half my pay, as promised. I will meet you back at my boat!
750 though, that's definitely.
Yes, go from place to place, see the world.
I would not call it easy.
Yeah, easy is something different. There, he definitely got me a good pay there.
She is dumping body parts into the river to attract the crocodiles.
All with a smile on the dial. Oh, there's a boat here. Let's go ahead and take this. Sorry if that's yours, dude, but I'll bring it back later, I promise. Not really. Well, the crocodiles have been attracted to say the least. Amita, what about those NPCs that say the White Wolf himself? Wow, ha ha ha. Could you remind me again where that one, which part of the game it was? Because I'm not sure if I remember correctly. Right, that's one. But Lamar says, I demand a retrial. Lamar from GTA 5. The best Lamar. Let me borrow your boat. Forever. Pretty much. Until I don't need it anymore, and then I definitely won't bring it back to you. Because that's the kind of match I am. I take what I please and do what I want. In the name of personal justice.
One of the scum responsible for the crocodile attacks.
Clear the way.
There's some ladies in Novigrad that say that, but they say it in a surprise voice. Ah, okay. You can also hear it in Skellige, I think. I have to keep an ear out for that. And I play Witcher again. But I didn't record that one for my soundbits. Thanks for the suggestion, Wo. I'm always looking for new soundbit ideas. This is a service contract for the services of Chuyu and Jennifer, known as the Twins. The Twins contract to spread death and chaos in the vicinity of the palace of Apries. They will do so by any means available, and will keep silent about those means. Payment of 57,000 drachmas in silver will be effected by the lizard, half in advance. 57,000. Can I have that money, please?
Robek's children will be more peaceful now.
Yeah, that finishes blood in the water. Alright, so we still have the Baker's Dilemma. And we also have a Children of the Streets quest. The informant table kinda like went away, but maybe it spawns again in the future. Unless it was already the quest that I've now finished in connection to it. I didn't go to the informant table to accept any quests there. But yeah, according to the quest order, the Baker's Dilemma would be next. Then we would be doing the Children of the Streets quest, and then we have Mortem Romanum. Before, going to finish Memphis with the main quest. But we will do that next time, though. For today, this is gonna be everything I will be doing for AC Origins. And our 100% Nightmare run. But yeah, I made some decent progress. For sure. Covered most of the discovery tours here. We've done most of the quests as well. So we're definitely gonna be finishing with Memphis next time, and then I guess we're heading into the Saqqara Nome. And slowly but surely make our way over to the Fayoum for the final target of this stage of investigation, which is gonna be the crocodile, of course. And the crocodile storyline basically covers not only one area, but two. Both the Fayoum and the Fayoum Oasis, right there. And after that, we're already getting into the late game stages. Because then we're gonna have the final targets before the Battle of the Nile, really. But yeah, we're gonna get there next time. For today, we're gonna go and quit here. And we're gonna have a look to see who's online and who we can raid today. Let's have a look. Amita, you've heard it so many times that it's just stuck in your mind. I don't blame you. I definitely have those NPC lines as well. Or just like songs in Witcher. Like the Pan Param song that we like to sing in front of Crow's Perch. Pan Param, Pan Pam Param. Thank you so much, Rod. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a great vacation. We're all definitely excited. Looking forward to it. Levy is nodding. And I guess my dog is nodding if she knew. Thank you, Haro. I really appreciate it, dude. I hope you have lots of fun with music making as well. If you want to share any of that, feel free to do so. Catch you next time, Dr. Darling. Hope you have a great week, dude, and enjoy some World of Warcraft as well. No worries, Shella. Thank you for being here, dude. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I'll let her know, Rod. Yeah, she just went into the other room. But I will let her know. Cheers, dude. No worries, Aya. Thank you also so much for being here. Hope you have a great week. And yeah, I will catch you all in, yeah, just a bit more than a week, really. My next stream is probably gonna be on the 19th on Monday. So, before we're gonna go and raid off, I wanna give a couple of shoutouts. I would like to highly recommend checking out Rod, Jay, Haro, and Schiller if you haven't yet. Rod is currently also playing through the AC series. He's playing through Assassin's Creed Mirage, doing a stealth challenge. He's also playing through Splinter Cell, Double Agent. He's playing both the Xbox 360 and the other version of the game. And he's gonna do Conviction next as part of a series. Also a big fan of GTA, Red Dead Redemption, like Rockstar games in general. Narratively driven and stealth action-adventure games. So lots of the genres you can also find me play. Also check out Haro. Haro's doing lots of music streams. Primarily DJ sets every Saturday night. So if you're a fan of electronic music, hip-hop and many more, definitely check out his DJ sessions on the weekends. Also check out Jay. Jay has been playing games like Uncharted, Horizon Forbidden West, also a big fan of Assassin's Creed games, and many more. Great streamer, and usually you can also catch him on the weekends. And also go ahead and check out Schiller. Schiller has been recently finishing his playthrough of Assassin's Creed Mirage. And yeah, he's planning on playing some new games in the future. I think the rest of the Mafia series, but also Witcher 3, which he hasn't played yet, among many other great titles. Another awesome streamer. He's also from Germany. And yeah, great dude to catch and hang out with. So if you haven't checked out any of his streamers, highly recommend doing so. And that's no worries of a shout out whatsoever. Thank you guys for being here, as always. Actually forgot a shout out there. That happens very easily because I don't always keep 100% track of all the streamers we have here in chat. But I also would like to highly recommend checking out Amita as well. Amita is still playing some Assassin's Creed Valhalla, currently focusing on finishing the 100% run of it. Just recently he finished his mastery challenges, and there's a lot of them in the game. And if you've ever done them or attempted doing them, then you know how much work it is getting those done. He still has to do the roguelite kind of like mode that Valhalla has, and also the last journey. But after that, it's gonna be a playthrough wrapped. He's also been playing some Ghost of Tsushima and finished his playthrough that recently. And he's also been doing a Shadow of a Tomb Raider run, also doing 100% I believe, and also very close to finishing that one. So yeah, if you enjoy any of these games, definitely go ahead and check out Amita as well. So we're gonna keep it history focused with some Ghost of Tsushima, and we're gonna go and raid out to Lucinda, who just started her stream. If you would like to follow us with a raid over to Lucinda's, feel free to copy and paste those raid emotes in chat. We've got one for subs and one for non-subs. And yeah, I will finish you again in just a bit more than a week. Until then, I hope everyone is having a great rest of the weekend and a great week as well. And yeah, thanks again so much for being here as well. Until next time. Thanks, Shay. I really appreciate it, dude. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one. You too, Amita. Take care, dude. I'll probably catch you in one of the streams at some point this week.